Hi, I'm Keith Barrett. I'm the owner of the Queensbury Hotel in Carlton, Victoria, Australia. I've been a long-term hotel keeper since 1968, and I've managed and then owned hotels from 1977 through till now. So I've had a long history, and I've seen all sorts of manner of operations of hotels and how things have changed over the times.
How did you come across Profitability Partners?
Well, I think the evolution of internal bookkeeping in hotels was when I first started was an annual stock take and count the money. And that was the only thing. You didn't worry about wage controls or GPs or that. It was all sort of pretty much locked in. But as things have got tighter and wage costs have gone through the roof and GP margins have dropped and competition from supermarkets have taken away sections of our trade, we've had to sharpen our focus on getting better return from whatever revenue we can take. And that's a matter of controlling wages and GP, cost of goods. And they're the important things. And then needing to know that you've got live real-time control down to day nearly with your revenue, your cost of goods and your wages. Overheads tend to look after themselves. You can review them once a month or whenever. But basically those ones you need to control week by week. And then if there's any red lights, which can highlight through the Profitability Partners scheme, is to then we can drill down into days, you can drill down into sessions. So it gives you that day, minute-to-minute control that you want. Once you're set up with it all, then it rolls forward and you're getting your weekly reports. It's a matter of looking at them. Might be everything's going well. It's 2 minutes. But all the work is done behind the scenes by PPP, and they do a wonderful job in the Philippines. And I see the girls every week for a Zoom meeting, one boy and about 6 girls, and we sign off our meeting at the end of it. They all look very serious and look at me like that, and I say, now you've got to wave goodbye. And they all have to go, bye, bye, bye. And I say goodbye to them all. And that's just a weekly touch. If there's any anomalies with accounting or suppliers or any information I need to reinforce, I'll send directly email, and then I'll go over it with them on the Monday. But generally speaking, I'm getting that report and then a monthly report and then a monthly P&L. They all line up, you move on, you compare it to your budget, and that's all preset, and then you can vary your budget over the year. But I think Profitability Partners, it was originally called something else, but I think my daughter ran into you in Chicago.
Not quite. I called it.
Oh, did you? Anyway, she came back from Chicago with a head full of ideas about they're going to alter this, alter that. And one of it was we swapped our internal bookkeeper. We did have 7 hotels going at the time when we had her, and we sort of reduced that down over the period. So we really only had the one that she was running. Couldn't really afford to have a full-time bookkeeper. You can't get one for one a day. It just doesn't work. They don't know enough. Whereas with Alistair and his crowd, it's full-time and it's economic, and we get a lot better reporting and more control, and we don't have to worry about things like the BAS reporting. The wages are all done correctly according to the award. So we know that's all 100%. Super's paid on time. Our BAS is paid on time. Our GST, all those things I don't have to worry about at all. They're all just done seamlessly, and that's what we pay our fee for, and we're quite happy to pay the fee. We think it's very reasonable for what we get, and it means I can nearly not have to be here looking over things, worrying about if someone's stealing something like that. If you've got your BPOS system tied up back through PP, and that all locks into the accounting package and it flows through seamlessly, hopefully. Well, so far, we've had a good relationship, and I had a good relationship with Alistair. Anything major, I'll just ring him direct, and he fixes it. So that's how we got to know each other. We've had a happy relationship for 7 years now, yeah. So we know each other well. And the girls have been here, and the boy, we couldn't stop them working. So just relax, you're in Australia now. You don't have to work in Australia. The government looks after you.
You've answered nearly all the questions in one go, Keith.
Well, yeah.
Would you recommend us?
Highly. I don't know there's another similar full package hotel accounting that's sort of been refined over the years. I know Alistair's adapted it as he's gone along and put more and more into it. I have other businesses where I don't need as much finite control, and that's handled by a sort of a bookkeeper type level. But Alistair brings his chartered accountant knowledge with him as well, so it's nearly ready. Or the other thing probably is that anything that is prepared with Profitability Partners goes straight to my accountant for tax returns, and he very firstly take what he gets as read, and then we might just play around with it a little bit at the end before we lodge our returns. But so it's reduced the accounting cost at that end of it, which is an expensive end, and as long as you get all the bookkeeping right, then it's pretty right to go for the accountant. Yes, I would recommend it for hotels where you need good day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month controls. Other businesses you don't. There's, it's a freehold property and there's rents coming in. It's a matter of managing the rent, lodging the BAS, a few items like that, and that covers it off. But this is a lot more detailed, and stock control used to be standing at the bar looking like this to see who was giving away free drinks and who was giving away cigarettes and who was eating the packets of chips without ringing them up. But now with the stock control coming in, your GP, once it's set, matches up to the BPOS. Within a small margin, you're not going to worry about it. But whereas we're not going to lose 2 or 3% and call it retail shrinkage or something like that, but that doesn't occur. So it's all pretty streamlined and sophisticated, polished, all those good things, because he's been doing it for a long while now, and he's pretty much got it down to pat. So congratulations, Alistair.
Thanks, Keith. And again, you answered this. If yes, what would you say someone considering? But you think you answered that too.
Yeah.
He's done it all for us. We don't have. You've done this before, Keith.
Yeah.